The Air Max 90 Mars Landing kind of continues a story from a release from 2014. Let's take a closer look. What's going on, guys? You're watching Sneaker News on YouTube, and today we're taking a closer look at the Air Max 90 Mars Landing. So before we show you all the little details, all the little hidden nuances that make these quite an attractive release, just do us a quick favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications if you want that little notification to pop up on your screen. Again, this is the Air Max 90. There are some differences between this pair and a classic standard pair of Air Max 90 Essentials, is pretty much what Nike calls them. And of course, there is some sort of loose connection with the 2014 release of the Moon Landing Air Max 90. So before we get into that, we're just going to give you a very quick overview of the shoe. It releases on March 16, 2019, available at select retailers worldwide. It's going to be kind of like a quick strike style release, available at sneaker boutiques. It looks like there's a good amount of pairs out there, so you might not really miss out on the release date, but check the store list in the description below just in case you guys want to be on top of the drop. So again, this is an Air Max 90, not your classic essential standard pair. As you can see, it's a completely one-piece upper. It's more of along the lines of the Air Max 90 VT style releases that dropped a few years back. That's where the upper is actually completely molded and it really has no seams. And as you can see right here, all the indents and the moldings in the upper sort of suggest the Air Max 90 silhouette. So on the upper, we have, a graphic of the red planet, aka Mars. You see all these little craters and all these ridges and mountains and things of that nature. Of course, Mars is pretty much the next endeavor beyond the moon. That's where NASA is pretty much really focusing on, and there's all that, fun speculation of can we even have civilization in the planet of Mars. There's movies like The Martian that kind of extends Mars into like pop culture and whatnot, but it seems like a very proper extension of that moon landing pair that dropped in 2014. Much like that pair, this upper is the VT upper. It is fully reflective, and then when you hit it with that flash, as we'll show you right now, the upper just goes really, really bright. So very, futuristic space-like details. The midsole has black with gray speckling. Again, more of that outer space sort of aesthetic. In addition to the speckling being gray, it is also reflective. So if you do hit it with that flash, the shoe's really gonna pop. Now, if you look at the Nike Air Medallion on the heel, as well as the tongue patch, it's colored in a matte silver sort of look. This is actually inspired by the Mars rover that, just explored the surface of Mars, gather data, gather samples, photos, things of that nature. It's a nice little nod to something that, planet Earth has done in terms of trying to explore more inside the solar system. One interesting about this release is that the insole has the same graphic of that red planet as does the interior of the shoe. And now on the outsole, you have a translucent rubber outsole, but beneath that, there's a graphic. It has these deep ridges. This is actually inspired again by the Mars rover, by the tracks for the wheels that help the machine navigate around the planet. It comes with two separate sets of laces. As you can see, there's that same dark orangish, reddish sort of tone. It does have reflective dots within the laces. And of course, another set of flat black laces if you want to change things up a little bit. What's interesting about this pair compared to the Moon Landing pair is that there isn't any USA flag sort of notation. If you do have a pair of the Moon Landings, you'll notice that there is some sort of USA inspiration. And just to even talk about that release for a quick second, I don't know if you guys remember, but it really first leaked when Boston shop Bodega, they just dropped these photos without any context, and the internet kind of went crazy. And from that point on, that Air Max 90 Moon Landing is arguably one of the most coveted Air Max releases of probably the 2000s. Even to this day, the resale prices are at least $700 for brand new pairs. It remains to be seen if this will kind of equal that shoe in terms of resale value and things of that nature, but it looks like there will be more pairs around. So the Air Max 90 Mars Landing overall just tells a great story about one of the most important achievements made by humanity in recent memory. The orangish red upper, again, represents the planet of Mars. The hits of silver on the tongue, heel, and on the outsole are a nod to the Mars rover, which was integral in, making that mission as successful as it was. This sneaker release, again, we love the storytelling aspect of this shoe as the previous Air Max 90 Lunar Landing did. So definitely a great sneaker release, definitely a must-have. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the links below if you're looking for a store list and if you're trying to cop these on the release date, which is again March 16th for $160. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and we'll catch you in the next video.